Hang on. Hello? Is anyone there? What's going on? Oh dear. Maybe now we're okay? DDD. Let me wait for a response because there will be some delay. I mean, it's kind of normal to talk to yourself a little bit when you're live streaming, if when you don't have viewers and stuff. But if you guys didn't see any of that, that means I've just been chatting to myself for the past 7 minutes. That was fun. I had a good time. How are you all doing tonight? Oh dear me. Sorry, there seems to have been a minor technical hitch with the communication of the streaming software and YouTube, and that is a shame because I just chatted to myself for 7 minutes, as I say. But here we are, all together now, happy and friendly and feeling good on this Saturday night at the second ever Eldar hobby hangout Webway weekend. I don't know, never know which order to say this. The Webway weekend hobby hangout. I suppose that makes more sense. There's a lot of alliteration going on there as well, which makes it a little harder. Okay, so yes, this is a hobby hangout. So the purpose is to get through some of your stuff if you want. Oh, hello, Christopher Russell. I know you very well. So that's my brother, by the way, in case you're wondering. Yeah, hobby hangout. So if you have the chance and the means, then paint along or whatever it is that you're working on in your hobby world. We have specifically a channel in the Discord server for Eldar. It's under the hobby and modeling section, and it's called Webway Weekend. There is a link at the top of the chat here, and you can drop in pictures of the stuff that you're working on. Work in progress photos, very much encouraged. Let's have a look at what you're working on. Obviously, you'll see what I'm working on, so I won't bother sticking my stuff in there. But I'd love to see what you're working on, and I'm sure everyone else would too. There it is. Post along. No ales. I didn't get a chance to go to the shop today, Chris. So I'm currently drinking water, and when I take my little 5-minute break halfway through, I might pour myself something a little stronger than an ale, but we'll see. I mean, last time I was very lucky and I had alcohol delivered to me through the door by an off-camera helper. But so and obviously if you don't have anything to paint, or you're not feeling crafty, not crafty, that doesn't sound good, hobby-ish, hobby like today, then just chill and have fun. We're going to maybe talk a little bit about some of the leaks or some of the reveals, since no one officially has, except playtesters and stuff, has the codex yet. And we might take a little dive into history later. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what we get up to. All right, let me talk you through what I'm working on today, because I'm sure you all know that the Eldritch Omens box has been out for a little while now. And so my little... there it is, there's the focus, where's the camera, there it is. My little project today is finishing up these guys. I've been working on the Shroud Runners, experimenting with like a million different things, which is what I always end up doing when I'm working on my own models rather than painting for someone else, because if it goes wrong, then, well, whatever, I don't really mind. And although these guys have not gone wrong, they're not quite what I imagined or kind of expected. There's some things here that are I'm not sure I would do differently if I was going to do it again, but I'm not going to do it again because they're cool enough, right? They'll do. So experimenting with masking and all that kind of stuff. What they really need right now is some definition by way of edge highlights, and do some shading and all that kind of stuff, just to give them a little bit more shape and structure, and then I think they will be done. Hopefully that'll take me a while, because I don't know what other Eldar related painting projects I have. Oh, I do. I've always got stuff that I have like not quite finished with. Yes, and as Mr. Science Pie says, tell me what you're working on. Tell us what you're working on. And also, did you pre-order today? Did you get yourself anything? I mean, we're all here for the love of Eldar, so I'm assuming most of you pre-ordered something. Thank you for the love, Science Pie. Who else have we got? Let me just run through things quickly. I can't see what that emoji means, Christopher Russell. That is not clear to me in whatever emoji YouTube is using. So I don't know what that reaction means. I'm not going to pretend that I can pronounce that correctly. I think I understand what the French means per Goga, but I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to read French out loud. Main painting will be the skirting board. Well, I hope that you prime it properly, do a nice zenithal highlight, 2 thin layers, some edge highlighting on your skirting board, and make it beautiful. Take all of those skills. They're transferable, right? I'm sure they are. Gil Bragol. Gil, you're working on the little shrine. That's awesome. I have. Should we do that? I have some of those. Well, hang on. Oh yeah, they're easy enough to get. Actually, I think I've got a few more as well. So, once upon a time, I had an idea that I was going to make a full Eldar board, the whole shebang. I was going to custom build, or probably 3D print scenery, and it was going to be a beautiful maiden world, and we were going to protect it from all the evil people that came to my house and played armies that were not Eldar. Anyway, that project kind of putted out, as sometimes they do, but one thing I did make was 6 objective markers that are not really usable. But anyway, I like them. They're like micro terrain. So some of them are just using bits. So I don't know what this is. It's like an ancient Eldari shrine that has fallen into disrepair and is falling apart and all that kind of stuff. So there's that little guy. It was really fun working on these, actually. Just there was it's like one day project, just making this micro scenery. There's a bit from, what is that bit from? Oh, you know what that is? That's the terrain you get when you buy War Walkers. You get like a little bit of terrain to glue onto the base, I think. Or because War Walkers come with molded bases. Anyway, it's a piece of terrain that you get with one of the kits that you can stick on the base. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So there's that. There's another. I think this is also another one of those little bits of terrain that you get. The reason I brought these out, this was fun to do. This is just a sword. Sword in stone. There we go. But anyway, the actual reason I brought these out is for the ones that I currently have, for those little marker dudes, is Morai Heg, the crone for Banshees, right? There she is. And I don't know, does this guy have a name? I don't know. Tell me his name, someone who knows more lore than I do. He must be a representation of not as a man, that's the guy. Azza? What's the guy's name? The Eldar god. Is that a representation of him? I don't know. You tell me. Alright, back to the chat, sorry. 40mm bases. Nice. Ordered some dire Avengers. I'm guessing? Because they became real beasts. Okay, right. I was going to say that they're not new, not yet. Anyway, who knows? Maybe they'll do new ones. But yeah, nice. Did you dab? Did you dab in the chat, Gil? Chuck null noil. Yes, nice. Null noil on the skirting board. I like that. I like that as a theory. Anyway, working on Rangers and didn't actually pre-order today. Dun dun dun. Because the work in progress pile is huge at the moment, and good thing with today's pre-order being general release, can pick them up whenever. Very true. And I had absolutely no self-control and pre-ordered too much, so I think I pre-ordered basically everything, except the dice, which, we're not going to get into it too much, but that's a lot of money for not that many dice, isn't it? Anyway, I mean, it's cool. I would love to get them, but then I was just like, oof, no, I'll save it for I'll save it for models. Louis wishing he had some alcohol. And glue the small base upon a 40mm base. Nice, basting it up. Yeah, you'll get your pictures in. It's not from either the Warwalker or the Wraith. I wonder where that's from then. Where is that from? It's from an Eldar kit, that's for sure. And I don't think I chopped it off something. I think it was like a piece of kit that you're supposed to stick on. Imagine being downstairs airbrushing, hearing the live stream turn on, then you're like, I'm late. Hello, Akaimi. And it was a dab. Oh, okay, Christopher, my brother's thing. Yeah, so this is going to be a recurring issue. Just to warn you that there is a delay between the chat and me. You guys and me, there's a delay anyway. There's a lag. So if I'm like, what does that mean? It's almost certainly for that reason. So apologies for that. I don't know what brush I want to do right now. Do a little brush. That is what I use my Squidmar thing for. Is my brush stand at the moment anyway. We might need something like that. We probably will want one of those. And then maybe that's it. I don't think I'm going to do any slopping anyway. I'll pop that there just in case. You made it. Bought the Custodes dice and used the reasoning. Bought the Custodes dice and used the reasoning that at £20 for 20 I'd pay £1 for a nice wound tracker and not sweat it. So I just bought 20 dice at once. Sounds good. Dab Life needs set OBS to low latency. Maybe I do, Christopher, but I don't know how to do that. So you will have to tell me how sometime. Send me a message in the family group. That's my brother, in case you weren't here when I announced that. And I have no self-control. Pre-ordered almost all the new models today, and I'm trying not to look at my giant pile of kits. Yeah, I'm not so bad with piles of shame. I'm relatively, but it's not now. It's going to be bad because I ordered 2 blobs of Guardians. I did get the new, rather pricey Warlocks because I've been wanting Warlocks forever and refusing to buy third party or resin because I didn't want either of those two things. I've not seen any third party Warlocks. I know of probably all of them, and none of them really grabbed me. But yeah. What else was Morgan Ra? You've got to get Morgan Ra. Come on, he's gorgeous. He's bloody gorgeous. And then I was like, well, I can't have Morgan Ra and not have Reapers, can I? That makes absolutely no sense. So I've got some Reapers too. And then the Codex, obviously, and the data cards, because I actually use the heck out of data cards. I know some people just magically commit it all to the memory or rely on the book, but there's no way I can do that, so I always organise my cards and use them thoroughly. So yes, old artwork so far, very impressive. I want to see pictures, post them to the Discord, somebody. I want to see impressive pictures. And Christopher wants to know where everyone's from. I do too. I am in London. London, you absolute slags. Where are you? Yeah, psychic powers, absolutely. Oh, we're getting pictures. But the thing is like, even with the cards, I still forget when I've doomed stuff or guided stuff or whatever. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not a great player. I'm not gonna lie. I'll get to like the end of the shooting phase and be like, oh shit, that was literally the guide doom, combo on that one model that I've been trying to kill all game, and I would have definitely made it, but there it is, hanging out on 3 wounds or whatever. So yes, Eldrad Ulthran, yes, I've heard is pretty good. In the new rule set. I'm again not a particularly crunchy player, so people have to I am going to look at those. They're looking it's looking very cool, but I'm a bit of self-control, pacing, trying to steer the ship of this live stream. So I'll see if we get any more in there before I dive in and start looking at people's whips. We have got, so last time the hard limit was till 11, so we'll see how we go tonight, see how people feel, see how the painting goes, but we will finish no later than 11 p.m. GMT. But yeah, when you say it like that, if you brought extortionate new dice, you could use track guide and do. The card is better, surely. I'm going to notice the card. Although those dice are pretty poppy. I mean, that's like they're statement dice. I like them. I know some people were like, "What the hell is this?" I thought they were pretty cool, pretty elven. That crazy color. So maybe something bright like that. But they're not 20 quid, right? I'm not going mental, am I? They're more than that, I believe. Control T. Game. If they were 20 quid, like I might 20 like a pound of dice is. The thing is you can get like a sack of dice for a £5 on the internet, can't you? That's the problem. We've been, we've been spoiled by. I'm just looking at the Games Workshop website. Sorry, I want to see how much these damn dice are. View all. The Eldar page has gotten enormous. Scrolling for days, £24. So and it's still 20 dice, right? I'm not going to count that. It's 20 dice in it. So £1.40 for a die. I don't know. Christopher, how long does it take to paint one small figure? What on earth does that mean? I mean, come on. It can take people literally weeks of at least evening work, or you can paint a squad of 40 rats in 3 days. Check out my video on YouTube. You can go very, very fast. You can paint an autarch in an afternoon, or you can spend a long time. I try and not spend a long time because I know what my patience is like. There he is, Baharoth, Cry of the Old Paint, aka I did know this. It begins with an M, your Reddit name. Anyway, hello sir, good evening, nice to see you in the chat. 3D printing dice, though, I think is frowned upon, not because it's 3D printing, but because of tolerances and the dice being potentially not true. But I don't know, maybe someone else has better experience in that. Certainly I wouldn't trust an FDM printer, maybe a high quality resin printer. Be a little bit more. I'm really layering on this bone thick. Slow down, Russell, slow down. Yeah, I wouldn't do it on an FDM printer. Those are the ones that, like the one I have, which is just lays down filament from a heated nozzle. Plastic filament. The resin printers, which use UV light to cure UV reactive resin, have a much finer, what would you call it, resolution. So maybe you can do dice with them. Do. My entire family's here tonight. Hi, Dad. Andrew C. Russell is my father. If you're into audio, he's got a website with all sorts of things on it, and he knows far too much. My geekdom has come in a direct line from my father. Unfortunately, it's not gone into something cool like audio. No, it's gone into something even cooler, plastic toys. Yeah. But nice to see you, Dad. Glad you could make it. I have an announcement, actually, that I suppose I'll do now. I just got an email literally about 20 minutes before the stream started from YouTube I've now passed the threshold for monetization on my channel. So in the next few weeks, if you watch one of my videos, you can sleep soundly in the knowledge that you are the ads that they force you to watch are some of the revenue is going into my pocket rather than just Google's. So that's cool. That was a fun email to receive, and I'm not interested. I have no pretense about being a YouTube millionaire, but it was quite cool to think, that means that over 4,000 hours of my videos have been watched. I've got over 1,000 subscribers. All those kinds of milestones are more kind of more fun for me than just like, now you can get what I watched. What's the face? Arbiter Ian's video on monetization, and his channel's obviously a lot bigger than mine. He's still like making like 200 quid a month off it or whatever. So it's not game changing, but hey, a little bit of money comes this way. That's nice. Always nice. All right, let me catch up with the chat quickly. And stuff. 3D print dice. I have 1 million dice already, but ordered the cards this morning. Massive help. Yes, agreed. I was thinking third party, to be fair. 1920 on Almist Workshop. Okay, that's worth noting. I didn't realise. Maybe they did. I should have checked actually, because I might have paid 20 quid for the dice on the because I pre-order from a. I'm not going to mention them because they anyway. I'm not going to mention them by name, but I order from a Flags, an FLGS, and they. I don't think maybe they did have the dice and I just didn't notice. Anyway, or I didn't look at the price. DTD. Russell's in the house. Mungo hammer, that's the one. Mungo hammer. I don't even know if I want to know what a mungo is. That sounds unsavory. Yeah, what are you painting? Come on, people, tell me what you're painting, and get it in. It's nice to see the before and afters, I think. So there is a link in the chat, right at the top or halfway down, probably as well. I should stick that in the description of the video, shouldn't I? That'd be sensible. Anyway, where you can go and post pictures of the work that you're doing this evening, and it is fun to see before and afters, so get them in there. Get the Autark painted. Yeah, paint that Autark. My brother calling me a sellout. What is it even? How do I not sell out? They sent me an email and said, we would like to start giving you money. It's not like I'm doing paid sponsorships, all right? Thank you for the congratulations. Well, actually, Chris, if you have a YouTube subscription and you don't watching ads, I actually get more money from you. So there you go. Even more of a sellout. That's very kind of you, turning off ad blocker for me. More money for more toys. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. When you make videos, you actually can spend quite a bit of money on stuff for making the videos, just the plastic. I bought. If you've seen my channel, I'm doing a series on underpainting and what that can do, and I buy them already built off of Troll Trader because I don't want to spend time building Space Marines, and I need them in fairly large volumes to do this project, and it adds up. So if the ad revenue can just cover the costs of things that I have to buy specifically for the videos, that'd be grand. That would please me. And there's the Discord link. Thank you very much. Setting paint back and forth, trying to decide where I want to start on this Autark. Haha, armor, wings, too many options. Yes. You're really showing the Russell family in the best light there, Christopher, with your all caps screaming. Autarks, that's what we're talking about. You may have seen, this is a video that's on the YouTubes. But I wasn't happy with the photos. I'm never happy with my photos. I don't know what to do about them. But there you go. There's my Autark. He's all done. it is a he. I decided to do the he body. There was something about the armor plates on that one, and the not the armor plates, but the spirit stone on him that I liked. So I went with the boy autarch this time. We may do a girl autarch at some point as well. But yeah, there he is in motion. That's what I need to work out. I need to get, well, actually that would be great if I somehow magically did make, he's a bit plain on the back, isn't he? Never mind. If I did make enough money to do that, one of the first things I would do would be buy a camera. Like if I have one video that has got like over 40,000 views or something, so that would be quite good. I mean, it's like £3 per, it wouldn't be that much at all, would it? Actually, I think they said about £3 for 1,000 views, I heard was the number. Anyway, I'd like to get a decent camera. That's what I'm trying to get at, so that I can actually do like videos of the models and all that kind of stuff. At the moment, it's just enough for the actual, like, you know, spraying, and that's part of the reason as well why I'm always kind of like doing it over here, so that you don't see that the quality's a bit meh. And then I take stills so that I can edit them properly, so that they look like the miniatures look in real life. Because if I try and film them, they always look like blown out, and you can't see the detail, blah blah blah, because the camera's not great that I use. It's very nice, thanks Dad, if you're still in the chat, because that was a hand-me-down from Dad. But it's not quite the quality that, you know, people have gotten used to on YouTube, because I mean, like, God, everyone seems to just have these amazing £600, £700, £10,000 cameras. So that's another thing that it would be nice if you know, to save up some money and just a second-hand camera that is better than the one I use at the moment. I think Chris said get a Patreon. I actually technically have a Patreon. It's not announced, and I don't talk about it because I don't, you know, it seems a bit premature. It seems a bit like I don't have anything to offer on Patreon right now. But when I made the channel, I was kind of looking around at, you know, how to make the channel not suck. And one of the pieces of advice I saw was make your Patreon with your channel, because it's better to just have it there. I thought, oh, okay, if you say so. But yeah. So one day, when my content is worthy, I'll be like, hey, support me on Patreon if you like my stuff, yeah. Dee. Painting bones all day long, because I play Ulthway. I did not magnetize my autarch, Ethan Matthews, because I literally was just coming off I hope he's not in the chat. I had a commission job for Sisters of Silence, and I'm not complaining. Obviously, someone pays you to paint minis, you're happy, and he was a very nice client and all the rest. And we just kind of closed the job today, actually, as it were. Got the last bit of shenanigans through, payments and stuff, but it was magnetizing 10 Sisters of Silence and then painting them. And it's one thing to magnetize a tank, but magnetizing 10 troops, it's even, I mean, like, magnetizing one character is not the end of the world. It's still something that you do in an afternoon, do you know what I mean? But whoo-wee, magnetizing 10 troops, 3 options, shared arms, the whole shenanigan. And so anyway, I was literally just coming off of the end of that job, and I was like, no, I am sick of looking at my pin vise. I am not magnetizing him. So I didn't. Maybe I'll regret it at some point, but you know what? I don't play tournaments. I play with friends. We don't play WYSIWYG. We play, you know, we just tell each other our lists and live with it. So yeah, magnetizing tanks is kind of fun because you get to twist the little turrets, and you get to, you know, you have you do have like quite kind of profile changing options and all that kind of stuff, but magnetizing troops is, I think, a little more gamey. well, for me it is anyway. It would be something I would do if I thought that, you know, I was going to play tournaments and stuff. But since I'm not, oh, did you do a troop of? Oh my lord, Gil, mate! If you did a troop of Harlequins, you are nuts. At least the Sisters of Silence. The reason I accepted the job, because I looked at the models for ages before accepting it, is because they have Imperium pauldrons. They've got big pauldrons, and I was like, that's where it'll go. There's enough. There'll definitely be enough space there to get a proper decent magnet, so that it doesn't like. My Wraith Guards are like that. They're like floppy joes, right? I could have done a better job on them. But anyway, but oh my god, Harlequins! I can't even begin to imagine what an absolute nightmare that must be. Because there's nowhere to hide the magnets, so you've got to get like perfect connections. Oh no, thanks. No. Rather you than me, sir. Rather you than me. Yeah, I bet you hate magnetizing, don't you, Chris? Yeah, I bet you do. Magnetizing what? Websites for drug companies? Right. I'm doing a terrible job painting, as always, on live stream. Honestly, that's why I haven't done any of my own personal live streams for a little while. It's because the quality of my painting just falls off a cliff when I do it on live stream. Too busy having a good time. That's the problem. I think, but it's also because of what I'm doing at the moment right now. I should have done this before the live stream. I completely forgot that I hadn't done the bone on their faces yet. I'd only done the base coat for it. Because weirdly, doing edge highlights and stuff, I think, would be a little bit easier than trying to get smooth base coats. There's a weird sort of concentration involved in that. Anyway. Yes, crazy. Hi all, I'm not playing Eldar, just enjoying the Hangout. Well, welcome. We'll allow it. Maybe my brother forced me to watch. Why would your brother force you to watch? I don't understand. Do I know you? Who would force their sibling to watch a stream they're not interested in? I don't know. Anyway, well, but we're glad you're here. It's groovy. Dee. Swoom. That's not grand there. So, the entire codex has been basically leaked. How do people feel about it? And also, like, I think Goonhammer have released their review and stuff. How are people feeling about the new codex? Are you excited to play games as well as paint minis? Oh, there you go. Science Pie, same brain. A good brother indeed, yeah. So, as I said, I'm not a particularly crunchy player, but it does look like there's quite a lot to be excited about. I mean, like, Ulthway, I'm glad I picked Ulthway when I was deciding what colours to paint my boys, because that's looking very good. What have we got? We've got a 6-up Feel No Pain, a 5-up. What's the standard term from the Mortal Wounds one? The 5+++. So that's pretty grand. And what else did we have? Something for psychic powers. And something else on top of that as well. Someone remind me in the chat. It looks pretty crazy. I mean, just the fact that like this one craft world gets 4 traits, I almost feel a little bit like bad. Almost feel bad, not quite. So yeah, that looks awesome. The fact that Farseers all just get no perils of the warp is crazy. I mean, it's weird because I don't think I've ever suffered perils of the warp. It is pretty hard as an Eldar player already. It was even with the 8th Codex, right? 8th Ed Codex, because you just re-roll, and the chances of rolling 1s or 6s twice in a row or 3 times in a row is pretty slim. But still, the fact that it's just impossible now and you don't have to burn rerolls on that is awesome. Awesome. Ooh, yuck. We've got a gross spammer. I still don't understand what on earth they could possibly want us to do with those very strange spammy things that they do. But do I have the power? Remove. Goodbye. I do have the power. Of course I have the power. Are you still? Yeah, you're still an admin, aren't you? Cool. TTT, catch up with the chat quickly. Excited for good brother. Who's brother? Well, how much I dislike painting darker armor. I did this to myself. Well, what's the problem? What problem do you have, Akaimi, with painting darker armor? I'm just curious. I don't know if I'm not asking because I'm like, hi, I will solve your problems. But what is it that you don't like about painting darker armor? Because I paint a lot of darker armor, so I've kind of got used to it. But Science Pie, a lot like Scorpions and Karandras looking good, Banshees looking great. Wraithlord was the real surprise to me. The sword profile and core. Core's good, right? I don't know what else is going on with him because I didn't. It got to a point with the leaks where I was like, this hurts my eyes too much. I'm just at this point we're like a week out or whatever it was. I'm just gonna wait for the codex because it was those blurry. Like, do they have to be blurry? I feel like someone just blurred them to make it feel more legit. Surely we can get higher resolution pictures of the leaks if it's just screen grabs of a computer. All love in the world to the leakers and all that, maybe, I don't know, I'm not that fussed about the leaks, to be entirely honest. I could have waited, I guess, but anyway, good on them for sharing with the community and what have you, but yeah, I was just like, no, this hurts my eyes too much, I'll wait. So I'm not quite sure on how cool the Wraithlord has gotten because I didn't check out the full profile yet, but getting core is pretty awesome for a big fat chunky monkey like that. Goes squatting an objective. What else have we got? TTT. Codex is sick AF. Gonna have a blast, yes indeed. All the aspects, of course. It's so nice to be able to like that. Just the thought that aspects will be able to play aspects in games and then not feel bad, even in non-competitive games like fielding Banshees is like at the moment, I mean, with the previous codex they should be superhuman or super elven, but they're not, but now they are. So celebrations and good times all around on me. We take our natural place as one of the most hated races, yes, and why not? I think that's grand. Pure Craft World or pure Harlequins? Yeah, I mean, I'm a Craft World boy at heart. I like my Harlequins as well, but I'm a Craft World boy. So my first games are definitely going to be all about the Craft Worlds. Going to get Eldrad on the board. Going to get loads of Guardians, Warlocks, Farseers. It's going to be a proper all-the-way list. It's going to be gorgeous. Some big tanks, because I've got a few of them. And it will be splendiferous. And then, somewhere down the line as well, we'll pull out the Death Eddie Death Clowns. DDD. What else have we got? It is you. Hang on, so is Caladan Gil's brother? Is that what's going on? That's cute. Yeah, avoiding spoilers. Yeah, that's the thing with the leaks, is that I know that there are some people who don't want it, who want to get the whole excitement of buying the book and stuff. And I think that's basically been impossible to properly avoid them. People should use the spoiler tag. That's my personal feeling on Reddit. And you just don't go on that channel if you're on Discord. Wraith stuff, proper bangs now. Just like, oh, you phrased that, sorry. Proper bangs. Striking scorpions are going to be hysterical. Yes. Should have known. What? Painting. I don't know what that means. My only issue with darker armor is a personal thing. I find my eyes struggle to focus on detail in dark armor, and I zone out a lot or lose sight. Yeah, fair enough. I know what you mean. Like painting these guys actually, because they've been a little bit because they don't have that definition and stuff on them at the moment. And something that might work. It depends on your painting environment a little bit as well. So putting, like, if you're painting against a darker background, might make it harder, but you don't want it to be too bright, because I mean, like, the thing that's behind you when you paint, like the green board or the computer screen or whatever. I have this thing where I'm always in front of my computer screen when I paint, because I'm at one desk, right? I'll be painting and I'm painting and I'll be like, oh, my eyes feel a bit strained or whatever, this is not good. And then my computer screen will turn off because of it goes to sleep or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's so much better. I can actually, like, I don't know, see what I'm doing now, even though I don't know, it shouldn't make that much difference surely. Who knows? But yes. Wait for the contrast to dry. Yeah, that's a good guy. Yes. All right. So, should we do that? Should we do a little? Do you have a little look-sees at the Discord? I'll throw up on my screen, but feel free to jump in and actually take a look with your own eyes, because I don't know what the quality of the stream is like and all that. Let's see, what have we got? We want this one, and then to do that. Ta-da! Like magic. See, I can use this software, even though apparently for the first 7 minutes of the stream I was going crazy. Since last time, we have had this posted by the bot, so I don't know, it's come off of the Reddit. You Ansvet gave us a lovely wraith, what's the face? Sia, looking gorgeous in purple and bone and red. Yes, and magnetized or still in process? Quite hard to tell. I think maybe still in process, it looks like, because this is on a bit of blue tack here. I don't know, but yeah, love it. But I don't think that person is here. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Caladan, you're right. Marco Frassoni did paint dark armor with red and green, relying on a trick that's called chromatic black. When you mix colors, they go towards black, and if you get the right ones, you can get some really interesting black results. Also what happened here, sort of, with the black on these guys, but we'll talk about that some other time. Yes, Mr. Science Pie himself, I believe, hang on, let me double check that, yes, posting gorgeous orange and purple Autark, rocking the same loadout as my guy, I think, isn't he? Yeah, yes he is. Different head, but really, really nice. Yeah, just love the colours on that purple and blue as well, right? In his robes, purple and orange is difficult to go wrong with those. And then another sniper ranger from Science Pie. Something about bone guns. When I saw this, I had already been painting my guys and made them black, and I was like, oh man, bone guns look awesome. I want a bone gun now, but I'm not painting over that, so they will not be bone. But yeah, love it in true Ranger green. Then, I wish there was a scrolly thing here, never mind. Here they are. Hang on a second. Is that, what? Why do you have the striking scorpion one already? What's going on there? Isn't that new? What's going on here? This seems very suspicious. Am I nuts? Does the resin kit doesn't come with that, does it? Explain yourself, Gil. I believe this was you that posted these. Explain yourself. What is going on here? Why is that already there? Suspicious. I am suspicious. And this is the Ranger boy. I need to do something with him. He's very cool. I like the fact that we've moved away from the very overtly what's the face, Egyptian influence, like toning it back a little bit. It was cool in the 80s, but it's a bit that's like literally that's just the god Horus or whatever, you know. Oh, is it Incubi? Is that Incubi? I want to know where it's from. Because I thought that that's the one that you got in the new What's-Face kit, but maybe I'm crazy. It's got a little striking scorpion. Okay, it is the Incubi one. Okay, right, fine. I didn't realise they came with little striking scorpion heads. I like that. And there she is, Morai Heg herself. Is that supposed to be her hand? I know that there's a thing where she loses her hand, something to do with Cain, and the blood and the something. I can't quite remember how exactly the myth goes. But is it supposed to be her own hand that she's wearing around her neck? That is metal as fuck. They have the same past as the scorpions. Right, this is the business about the scorpion, the first scorpion Phoenix Lord becoming a naughty boy, right? Okay, I get it. Now I get it. Okay, you're off the hook. I thought you were. I thought Gil was holding out on us. Some kind of special getting things before everyone else. Kaimi, thank you for putting your name in 2 ways. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is lovely. What's that? That's also a Drukhari head, is it? I think I recognise that from one of the Drukhari kits. But beautiful. And the wings are who? Is that a Sisters of Battle wings? Do I recognise those? Maybe. But yeah, love that. I'm really tempted to do, because this Swooping Hawks. The Swooping Hawks got a kind of slightly mixed sort of reaction when their sheet got leaked. But I just think, isn't it going to be absolutely insane to pick them up and put them anywhere on the battlefield every turn? I know they don't have the best guns and all that kind of stuff, but the wings of Drukhari as well. Okay, it's that kit. Okay. Isn't that going to be nuts? Like, I'm sure that's something is good about that. As a, again, not particularly crunchy player, that just seems like it's going to be really cool to just like bob around and like be like, that's my objective now, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know, it seemed strong to me, but people were like kind of seemed mixed about it. Oh yes, that's lovely. I've seen, this is a nice kind of, this is a kit bash that I've seen versions of before, but is that, I like the texture on that. I don't even know if it's on purpose, so if it's not, I'm sorry, but I like it. On the green stuff, I'm saying, I don't know if you can see my mouse actually, I don't know if that's shared, but yeah, gorgeous and very cool. Let's get him from the front as well. Look at that claw. I've got one of these up there that I painted ages ago, but not with a very cool Wraith Lord head on him. Next pickup after pre-order. Yeah, I love the Swooping Hawks. Like, in the lore, I like the images. I'm not a big fan of the resin kit or the current kit, to be honest. So I'm thinking of maybe kit bashing those. Seems might be within my kit bashing like skill level, which is not very high. But yeah, I don't know. People ideas. The thing for me, I think that the feathered wings look really, really cool, especially on like characters like Autarchs and that kind of stuff. But I would like to see if I can get something more like the official models' wings, which are like, you know, I suppose you could buy maybe from a bit seller, buy loads of the Autarch wings, the Eldar Autarch wings, maybe. Anyway, if you've got ideas for kit bashing Swooping Hawks, let me know in the chat. And yes, Science Pie, very, very cool. I think he's lovely. He's going to kick some ass. A nice comment from my brother there. Oh, look at this. Hang on, are we on? Yes. I somehow recognised it from, I don't know, everything. But this is a beautiful Autarch conversion, I guess. She's an I mean, it's based a lot on the Autarch, but I wouldn't even know where to go with. So the headers from the Autarch kit, it looks like, I don't know where these feathery things are from. That looks like a Drukhari sword to me. Maybe Maharoth, correct me if I'm wrong. And then the fire, what's the flamer in the hand. Love it. And I'm trying to work out what's going on with the... Is there another picture? No. With her pose. Very dynamic though. Love it. Yes. Oh, and then the back is from that's from an AOS model, isn't it? I think I recognise that. I think I've seen that in some of your stuff before, Baroff. Is that a favourite bit of yours, or am I making that up in my head? But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Love it. I really need to practice kit bashing. It needs to happen. I need to get good at that. Yeah, who am I looking at now? Science Pie. More of the beautiful Rangers. Looking good. You don't paint on bases. Are you mad? I think I'd go nuts not painting on bases, but to each their own. Yes, very cool. Looking groovy and green, and now he's crimson. Bam, 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 bam. Love it. Yeah, looking good. Oh, what a joy it is to live in a time of contrast paints for Mortark of Grief. There you go. To live in a time of being able to get contrast paints down on things. Very, very satisfying thing to do. And looking good. Oh, I should what am I doing? Go back to that. There we go. Thanks for posting, guys. Now get painting so we can have some afters for the before. Putting down the hammer. We need to have some afters to go with our befores. I don't know how far I'm going to get, to be honest. I might just give up on doing this bone for now and do it another time when I can like sit back and do it like this, which is probably how I would be painting if I wasn't trying to keep on camera. Yes, steal ideas from each other. This is the joy of the hobby, I think, for me anyway. I mean, it's just obviously like doing a 1-for-1 copy of someone else's thing. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't bother people, but the inspiration we can all glean from each other. What a joy. What a joy. Autumn up the wings in a moment. Ooh, dry brush orange and yellow. Very nice. Yeah. Very, very cool. Yes. Okay. I'm looking at my chappies here with their chevrons and their cloaks and their exciting times. And I'm thinking I might forget about their faces for now and just slap on some edge highlights. I don't know if it comes across in the camera, but the idea with these ones was to look for some different blacks. I'm always doing black in the same way for army consistency, but I thought, well, technically these guys are like outsiders, so maybe they'd be slightly different bikes, so I just went with something completely different. So there's a lot of purple and stuff in this black. Generally pretty crazy, weird, complicated process to get to this place. So I'm going to try edge highlighting, bringing some more of that purple out in the edge highlights. I got some message here that I think was at me. Yes, let me just go to the top so I don't miss anything. Wings look rich already. Yeah, the wings look gorgeous. Okay, eat some dinner and then post some pictures. Sounds good to me, Louis. And I did not. So what I do with my bikes, I hate sub-assemblies. I just find them a complete pain in the backside to track, basically, and to like how to hold things and all that kind of stuff. When it's drying, can you put it on something? Anyway, I find the whole process very frustrating, so I try and just paint everything together, like the Autark, just glue them together, paint them, don't care. But with bikes, because depending on who's riding and all that, but if you want like a big contrast between the rider and the bike, that is the one thing that I do separate. So I glue their feet onto cocktail sticks. I'll glue 1 foot of the rider onto a cocktail stick and then paint them until everything that I do with an airbrush, basically. And then when I know that I'm done with the airbrush, then I will take them off and put them on, and then do all the rest of it with them together, because that's the way we roll. But sushi, as always, like every meal. Yeah, I don't know. That's what works for me. I know everyone's different. I mean, there are people that paint everything in sub-assemblies. Like, if people watch, not just Mecha, Marco Frassoni's channel, he finally did a mech on his channel, a bit silly for a channel that's called Not Just Mecha to not have any mechas, but apparently those guys paint everything separately and then glue it together. Oh my god, that would drive me insane. Violet grey, you sound like you'll be maybe useful, maybe not. Take you out just in case. But yeah, stay away from them if I can. Poke Ogre, I'll post that up. Cool. Did I miss something? Anyway, yes, post things, post them. No, that's not going to have what I want. Maybe I'm just going to grab some of the good old-fashioned this purple. Violet Denso, heavy violet. I've got some grey just in case we want it. We'll definitely want some black. And we'll probably want some white. There is absolutely no consistency to where my paints are. White's in the drawer, grey's in the box. Yeah, and on the shelf are violet and black. If you don't use this white paint yet, give it a go. It's a little bit heavier than you'd be used to if you've only ever painted with mini specific paints, but you get a big old thing like that for a couple of quid, I think. Maybe a £5, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's really good. You can control how thick you want it just by watering it down in the usual way anyway. It's cheaper and it's very good quality. Tip of the day, buy yourself some Artist Titanium White from Winsor Newton, was it? Yeah. A little bit of purple. Yeah, painting on sprue. I mean, the thing is as well is I've seen people on Reddit, on the Warhammer Reddit, paint their on sprue like works in progress, and some of those guys are insanely good painters. Like I've seen people post stuff and just been like, what the heckaroonie is that? On the sprue, I just think, why? Why? I get the thing about like having somewhere to hold and stuff, but it can't be that much of a benefit. It can't be. And yet they're phenomenal painters, like better than me. So, you know, whatever works, I guess. That's the moral of the story. Whatever works. Yeah. Alright, speaking of work, I want a little bit of... I don't really want to do that with this brush. Let's get this brush. Heresy indeed. Mixing up a grey. Mixing up a grey with a little bit of sub-assemblies is witchcraft. Yes, indeed. I mean, it, you know, like I'm not saying I would never sub-assembly something. Obviously, there are times when it does make the most sense, but I think it should be like final resort for me anyway. Right, I wonder how that's going to look. Let's find out. I just started brushing on orange and I can't stop staring at these wings now. Oh my holy heck. They're really pretty. I'm looking forward to seeing your after shots, Akaimi. Because, yeah, GW knows how to make some good wings. Oh my lord, I've only just noticed how like beautiful what it is to have new kits, man. these like they're just perfect. They're like the clarity of the shapes and stuff compared to the old bikes, which are like obviously they haven't changed the design, but just the new molds are so much better. Anyway, someone's gonna say they didn't use new molds for those. That embarrass me now. But I'm pretty sure these are new molds, because even the shape is slightly different, right? Because you didn't have all this business going on in the regular Wind Riders, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, sir. In fact, these are so sharp. These are the sort of mould lines where if I'd been paying attention, I might have been tempted to blunt these a little bit to make edge highlighting a little easier, I would say. Easier to get clear edge highlights. But I'm just enjoying the pure, beautiful sharpness of them. Feel blessed that we got so many bits and spares, arms holding knives, autarch heads, underslung weapons, etc. Those are the things. Those things are like gold dust here. Yes, I can imagine for a bona fide kit basher like Mr. Mungo. These new kits must be an absolute dream. I mean, they're a dream for all of us, right? But particularly for kit bashers. Have a little fix up there. I think I need to be a bit bolder here, as per usual. And that is not a colour that you can notice. Work in progress posted. Thank you very much, Gil. We shall look a little later on. Let some people get their stuff, other stuff in there as well. Oh, I mean, anyone can look whenever the heck they like, but I'll throw it up on the screen in the share. In the not too distant future. That's more like it. Color-wise. Go big or go home. An alchemist, yes, indeed. If people don't already follow, whatever you call it, Old Paint, aka Mungo, aka Baharoth Cry of the Old Paint. If you don't follow him on Instagram already, you're missing out, because there is some super cool stuff going on Mr. Old Paint's Insta. I feel like when I get into slightly more concentrated painting mode, I suddenly turn into David Attenborough. I'm like, now we're painting the edge of the model. So, sorry about that, I guess. Oh, edge highlighting. You make such a difference to how I feel about something. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure it's working, I don't know, you can't really see the shapes, you don't know what it looks like, it's not really right. And then throw on some edge highlights, it's like, oh, it's a jet bike, I get it now. Yeah. A fair few followers, right? Just a little handful. Louis, yes, you are out of date. He has a very big Instagram. I imagine winning that award has probably helped as well, right? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have an award winner in our midst. Which is awesome. Congrats on that again. I think that had just been announced like before the last live stream, hadn't it? Yes, but the real reason I have noticed this, that Mr. Baharoth, Cry of the Old Paint, has an avid following on Instagram, is that he's very good on Instagram. You're a very nice chap. Very engaging. That's lovely. Because even if we are ostensibly here for the plastic soldiers, it's also about the friends we make along the way. Dee dee dee, da da dum, da da dum. Come on, there we go. Do do do, dee dee dee. Oh, I'm seeing more things coming into the chat. Go check those out if you want, and we'll do a little looking a bit. Oh yeah, I want these finished by tomorrow. Oh shoot. No, not tomorrow. Monday at the latest. Because I want to get a video of these guys up. Well, I haven't decided yet. I might show you some Space Marines later if it's not entirely offensive, and you can tell me what you think. Because the underpainting series continues, and I said in the last video that the next one was going to be green again, but warm greens, and I worked on those experiments, and like, I'm just not getting results I like, and I don't know if it's worth posting. Like, yeah, I just don't know if it's worth posting yet. So I might show that to you and get some opinions. If that's okay. It's not Eldar. Maybe it's not okay. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm a naughty boy. Use you people for my own nefarious ends. Followed so more ideas can be stolen. Yes. Should we do a chat thing? Yes. Blowing your head up like... What was this? I'm sure you did something. Oh, he did that thing. I remember when you got the you got like that kind of Greek head statue thing. Because between getting it and using it in a kit bash or in a diorama, I think you've used it in, it was huge. It was a massive like time gap. And I remember seeing it when you first got it and being like, "What on earth? That is huge. What are you going to use that for?" And you mad bastard. You used it in a very cool diorama, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of ambiguous about these boys. Ding, 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 ding. Do, 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 super, duper, do, duper, do. My cat is making noises that make it sound like he's very sad, but he's fine. So if you hear cats in the background, I'm not an animal abuser. I just have silly cats. My one cat, I mention this every time I stream, but it's so that people don't think that, because she genuinely sounds like she's being murdered when she makes sounds sometimes. I don't know why, but there's nothing wrong with her. We took her to the vet. Ding, ding, ding. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doo. Right. Are we nearly there with this stuff? Maybe. I don't even know what's the dealio. Okay. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. Very grand, very good. That's that one done. For now. And only for now. What Kaimi has is putting a very light layer of orange and then contrast again. Made very interesting results. Yes, post it. Let us see these interesting results. I mean, when you're ready. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like a... You said you're dry brushing, right? So effectively it's an underpainty kind of highlighty thing that would work out as, I suppose. Building up and then throwing a colour on top. Up and doing that. Up and doing that. And it is, you get some really, really interesting deep results about that kind of a workflow. Putting transparencies, but not just relying on purely a zenithal highlight. Actually going in with your colours and trying to work out how to build your colours through transparencies and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Gives some interesting results, I think. Okay. So more of a glazy kind of consistency, or more of like overbrushing. Overbrushing is like dry brushing, but with a wet brush. So you're still just trying to catch raised surfaces, but but it's not, the brush is wet. It's good for stone and that kind of stuff. What do you mean? Well, Caladan, it was a pleasure to have you around. Sleep tight. Glazy, okay. Yeah, so kind of going into the recesses rather than sitting on top. Makes me think of my Autark, what am I saying? Avatar. Oh, what's it gonna be? I feel like pressure with big models like that. Like, I've got to get it right. Just daft, really. You got to have fun painting them. That's the problem. That's the point. But and I know there's like a pretty tried and tested way of doing molten skin and stuff like the Avatar has, but you know, yeah, I don't know. Looking forward to doing it. Anyway, you reminded me with the glazes, because that's one of the ways of doing it. Glaze in brighter colours into the recesses. Honorary Xenos. I like it. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. We'll allow others. Honorary Xenos people. I mean, hell, my dad was in here 5 minutes ago, so and I don't think my dad is. Oh, he must have seen Warhammer. I mean, he must have bought the second ed box that started it all, as far as I'm concerned. I'm assuming that was my father's money that bought that thing. Oh yeah, we like the way that looks. Ah, Astra Militare. Oh, I see what you mean in that sense. He's on it. Okay, yes. Those poor bastards. When is that codex going to come out? Oh my lord. It's weird as well, because it's like, feels like one of the forces that you'd like. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be like one of those people like, oh, Games Workshop only likes Imperium, because that's obviously, well, I don't know. I don't think that's true. But like, they do tend to, like, you know, focus on their poster boys and their Imperium stuff first with releases. And like Astra Militarum's got a long history. It must have a lot of players. Like, why is it taking them a million years to release that codex? I don't understand. And Chaos as well, though. You know, I've got Chaos. I've got a Chaos Marines force. Give us our second wound, you bastards. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure they'll work it out. Don't spit out your sushi, poor fishy. That's not what it's for. Swoop. Okay. Highlighting edges. How are people doing? Are we making progress, my good friends? We know Akaimi's making progress. Yeah, sorry, dead air because I'm concentrating on my edge highlights here. Of course, it has updated. Yes, it is. Of course, it is. I built the second half of my I don't know where I put them now. Where are they? They're just disappeared off the face of the planet. I built the Chaos bit of. I sold the big what's her face, the Mauler Fiend, because I've already got one, and I was like, nah, can't be bothered. But I built the Chaos. What have they chosen today? Those are some nice minis as well. Goodness me. Obviously, Spell Cells win, of course, always, without question. But those are also some very nice minis. I hadn't really looked at them properly, and I don't think Chaos Space Marines read so well in pictures. Like, yeah, there's a lot of like detail and stuff in them that sometimes gets a bit lost in that black that, you know, the heavy metal team always paints them in. So that's going to be fun. Get some word bearers. All right, should we do a little status update on what's going on in What's Face? What have we had? So I think this was the last thing. Do a little switchy maroo over there. Silver Man of Doom. Love it. What is? Oh, is that a photo been flipped, or am I going insane? Aren't his arms the other way around? Isn't the glaive? I'm looking at my guy here. Yeah, he's the wrong way around. Love it. Yeah, looking very shiny and silvery. Where's he going at? I'm curious. Is he getting any more love? Let's wait and see. From Perkoga. I don't know if that's how you say it. Perkoga. Autark. Yes. What did I not say? Autark? Did I say something else? Anyway, I feel like his arms are flipped. You have to tell me what's going on. And yes, they are now green and blue. It's rainbow time. Nice. Looking good. Looking good. Look at these bad boys. Oh yes. Very blue. There's the cat that sounds like she's dying when she cries. Oh my lord. Is that original metal? Get out of town. Is that a metal mint? Is that not him? I don't understand what's going on. Someone explain to me. Is that the metal Autark then? Is that what he looked like? He didn't have that kind of helmet, did he? Or are you mixing and matching? Because that backpack is definitely new. The jump pack. So I guess that it's the arms that are original. Well, yeah, explain. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But yes, Dire Avengers, gorgeous. My Dire Avengers are still not properly finished. That's what I was theoretically painting last time we did this stream. Terrible. Bad form. I like those bases as well. That's cool. Is that a like a texture pin, roll pin thing that like Green Stuff World and stuff do? Yes, love it. And that's a nice blue as well. Very nice. And the wings process. Oh yes, yeah. I can see why you keep on stopping and just looking at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh yeah, lovely, lovely wings. I'll say it again. GW definitely know how to make a nice pair of wings. Hooey. Nice. Original metal dude. Oh my lord, he's an OG Autark. Mixed up, I'm guessing that means with the other bits, as it were. Yeah, awesome. Love it. Right, so let's just go back to there. I did think, just for the heck of it, since we are ostensibly here because of a new codex going on sale, might be fun to take a look at a slightly older codex. Ooh, since I don't have the new codex, none of us do, and no one wants to sit and go through the 8th ed codex. We've been living with that for a little bit too long, I fear. But I won't dwell on it too long, but if you don't have this and you remember it like I do from when you were a kid, I thought it might be interesting to have a quick look, just a quick flick through. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, someone with better Games Workshop history than me, but I believe this was the first dedicated Eldar book. Like, I think before this came out, it was, they were just in the big book with everyone else, and then they started to do separate codexes for races, and this was Eldar's first one. And I have a hobby buddy who is far too generous and far too kind. When it was my birthday last year, he got me this, picked up this beautiful look at that artwork. I was looking at this, so I was looking at it last night and today, and it's really sincerely 100% being authentic here, I like how the poses on this front cover kind of like they're the same kind of 2D that the models from this era were as well. So they used to make, because I think they were just making like basic, simple kind of 2-part mold. I mean, everything's 2-part molds, but like they had like, you made the model and then you had to make a 2-part mold of the model. So you couldn't have like too much 3-dimensional stuff coming out in all of the axes of every dimension. So like a lot of old models are kind of stood in these really like kind of Egyptian poses and what have you. And when I was looking at this, I'd never really clocked it, but that's how they've posed them in this picture as well. They look like, you could make a miniature of that, and using the old processes and what have you. So yeah, I just thought that was cool. The only guys that are not in profile is a couple of fire dragons down here that are a little bit turned around. But yeah, other than that, everyone is in glorious 2-dimensional poses. And look, have you seen this? This is something I saw, I didn't notice until recently. But it's old wave serpents. That's what wave serpents used to look like, right? I mean, when they were just in Epic anyway. So yeah, absolutely awesome. Love it. Is there any other details that I've never noticed on here? Don't think so. I can't see it in my head. Anyway, so this is the original Eldar Codex, the ancient civilization of the Eldar, the rise and fall of the Eldar races, described together with the surviving craft worlds and the primitive extant worlds. Advanced technology. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Never mind. Well, anyway, yes. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a proper look in here. Do. Oh yeah, old school armies. Look at those. Look at the Wind Riders when they still had the hook noses, like some kind of 80s hag. It's amazing how close the new ones look to those old ones. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I saw that as well, Louis. The new serpent one, isn't it? Wow! Look at these new warp spider models. Gosh, how did they get those all the way back in the 80s? Eldrad, still glorious. I mean, I quite like the new Eldrad, but yeah, old Eldrad, also glorious and beautiful. I don't know if you can see this properly, by the way. I am just holding it up to the camera. It's not particularly technical. Look at this dude. From the bottom, in the bottom here, can you see him? I can't see my camera because it's getting the. Where's my finger? There it is. Okay, there he is. So that is what Mr. Thraka, what's his face, looked like before he had his head chopped off. Right, that's him. I'm not going crazy, right? That's the old model. And look at the old avatar. When you look at him in this context, he almost kind of makes sense. He's bigger than everyone. By quite a bit. He's way bigger than the orcs, and he's definitely bigger than all his little Eldar counterparts. So there you go. That explains it. Yes, and Dark Reapers as well. I mean, if I spend this much time on everything, and we're going to go nuts. So, yes. Oh yes, there he is. That's what he should look like, and what he will look like when we get our thing. Wolf Sweat is much better now, am I right? Yeah. You can follow this guy on Instagram as well. What's his name? Mark something, I think. Anyway, he's always posting like old pictures and stuff. Really interesting Instagram account. Maybe I'll try and find that later. But anyway, the avatar looking superb in that lovely picture. We'll do a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole bloody book, obviously, but this is your very first introduction to Eldar if you were just coming into the hobby in 2nd edition and you picked up this book. Lost in the vastness of space, the craft worlds float in utter isolation like scattered jewels upon a pall of velvet. No starshine illuminates their sleek towers. Distant from the warmth of sun or planet, their domes stare into the darkness of empty space. Inner lights glisten like phosphorus through semi-transparent surfaces. Within live the few survivors of planets abandoned eons ago amidst terrifying destruction. These are the Eldar, a race that is all but extinct, the last remnants of a people whose mere dreams once overturned worlds and quenched suns. It is impossible to say with certainty how many craft worlds there are. They were built many millennia ago in great urgency and in times of unimaginable peril. The turmoil and confusion which preceded the destruction of the Eldar worlds was great. All higher government had long since ceased to operate, and it was only thanks to the heroic actions of a few far-sighted individuals that the craft worlds were built at all. During the final cataclysm, these gigantic space cities fled, carrying a proportion of the Eldar race to safety and permanent exile. Some craft worlds survived for hundreds or even thousands of years before their people faded and died, while others endured to this day. Many floated into the voids and were lost forever in regions of space that remain dark and unexplored. They may be there still, lonely and unheard voices in the wilderness of deep space. Each craft world originates from one of their ancient Eldar planets. Its people are all that is left of a culture of great age and maturity. Over the centuries, the craft world's occupants sought out other surviving Eldar among the far-flung Exodite colonies, and even began to settle new worlds of their own. In this way, the paths of the Eldar and mankind met for the first time, and humans became acquainted with the most ancient and enigmatic of the galaxy's living races. The names of the greatest craft worlds were soon heard upon human lips: Alatok, Iandan, Bieltan, Saimhan, and Ulthwé. All this was many thousands of years ago, yet to this day it is doubtful that more than a handful of humans have ever stepped within an Eldar craft world. There we go. So that's what you'd have if you had been a little 12-year-old in 19 whatever it was, 1906 or something. It is, I mean, I love flicking through it. The lore as well is something I like a little bit looser with how they like treated it in these days, because they didn't have a massive franchise already kind of existing. I love this like little things like colonizing planets. You never hear that about Eldar nowadays. All these little bits and pieces that sort of slip in, and then the stuff that's been pulled through. Yeah, super lovely. Got a bit of Blanchy, which just, it doesn't read on camera, does it? It's too insane, the mind of that man. It's just a big old blob of mess, but it looks gorgeous. So craft worlds in the mind of Jean Blanche. And good old Jezza. Don't see his artwork anymore, do you? But you see his designs. But that's a Jez Goodwin, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But that, and there's the little guy. I wonder what came first, actually, this picture or the idea to put that in the kit. Probably this picture, right? Because yeah, I bet that was one of those things where they were like, let's go back to an old piece of artwork and have a look. There he is. These guys look like they're going to absolutely kick ass in the new codex, right? Actually, that's a bit of crunch that I did get. But look at this, like, it's such a weird like layout as well. You go from like, you open the book and you're learning about the craft worlds, the technology, Webway, and then we're getting into like really like the infinity circles suddenly, and then we get like, you know, paths and stuff, and then we get like specific, like I'm like eight pages in, but like 4 pages of content or whatever, and now we're like diving into the scorpions and all that kind of stuff. It's a very different shape to contemporary codexes, is all I'm saying. It's interesting. It's more Blanchy there. I love that, like, this was, you know, they're still finding their feet, and we're still getting like pure grimdark on everything. So even though this is the Eldar, they look like Imperial citizens. They look like they're on the last bloody legs. But gorgeous, and John Blanche just putting like little imps in, just because he just loves to put little imps in everything. So I don't know who this little impy in the corner is here, but there you go. The 80s hair and the bandana and all that. This little guy in the background, he's looking spooky. I think is oh god, what is his name? Someone tell me in chat if you know. Is it Gary or I think it's him anyway. I think. In fact, this is the real good old days where they told you who's, so you go, John Blanche, Wayne England, Jez Goodwin, Mark Gibbons, that's it, Mark Gibbons, but that might be Wayne, I don't know if that's Mark Gibbons. There you go. Anyway, and the cover's by Jeff Taylor. Okay, stories by Bill King, and the whole book by Rick Priestley. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, all of you. The Harlequins. So look, we are going back with this new codex. We're going back to the good old days of all the elves being in one book. Yeah. There's a Cain hand there, the bloody hand of Cain. Calamentia Cain. Love it. Avatars, more John Blanche, Exodites in this book, and they even have, we'll see later if I flick fast enough, because we can't, I could sit and look at this book all night if you want, but maybe you don't. Look at this John Blanche artwork. I just love the way he makes everything so horrendously grimdark. I love it. They ain't pretty, these elves, I'll tell you that. Oh, these are the outcasts as well, to be fair. Fair enough. So outcasts, do they talk about? I can't remember. Sometimes the rigid constraints of the Eldar path are intolerable even for an Eldar to bear. Such individuals leave their craft worlds and become known as outcasts. Now, okay, so this is old school, like scouts and stuff here. Chaos, Wraith Guards and Dreadnoughts. This is a really iconic piece of work to me anyway. That one. That's Mark Gibbons again. Who's the guy I was saying you should follow on Instagram if you don't already? I'm sure you do. Everyone does. But yeah. Yeah, they are looking absolutely insane. Mr. Science Pie. Mr. Science Pie. Yeah. Oh, this is the OG thing. I'm going to read this one. Sorry if this is the worst thing in the world for you, but at the heart of every craft world there is a sealed chamber. Within this chamber, upon a throne of smouldering iron, sits an avatar of the bloody-handed god Calamentia Cain, the old god of the Eldar, now driven into fragmented exile in the material universe by Slanesh, the bane of the Eldar. The avatar sits as still as a statue of ancient metal, pitted with age and encrusted with the patina of corrosion. His eyes reveal only an empty shell. The chamber that surrounds him is built of gleaming wraithbone, whose skeletal structure stretches through the entire craft world, its strands connecting every part to the throne of the Avatar. When the Eldar prepare for war, their thoughts and their souls are directed to their bloody purpose. The Avatar begins to glow as the heat of his fiery blood is kindled. His metal heart begins to quicken, and his iron flesh begins to pulse with life. Liquid iron boils through his veins, and his smouldering skin crackles and hisses like a furnace. As the Avatar stirs upon his iron throne, the whole craft world reverberates with power. The Eldar exarchs and aspect warriors sense the psychic vibrations beating through the wraithbone, spreading through the naked ribs of its caverns and chambers. The shrines of the warrior aspects begin the rituals of preparation as the battle call of Calamentia Cain, the bloody-handed god, fills the Eldar with an unquenchable thirst for blood. Hello, lols MD, and distill an hour and a half into about 4 or 5 words. Having a good time. There you go, there's 3. We are currently looking through the 2nd edition codex because I do not have the new codex, as you might expect. So I thought, do this instead. That might be fun. Old stat lines. What's this nonsense? I don't know what any of this means now. What's all that? It's mostly, actually, hang on. It's just the initiative that's gone, right? It's the tanks and stuff, vehicles that are. Look at this Blanche farce here, that are completely different. Look at that. That is a completely weird thing. Very alien, very John Blanche. Love it. And that Warlock picture from Mark Gibbons as well. Shadowseer, when I looked through this codex, I'd forgotten about a lot of it, obviously. And that's kind of what she looks like now. That's a pretty good depiction. I mean, these wraith, like bony bits coming out here and stuff, she doesn't quite have. Although, it sort of looks like that. But anyway, I was quite surprised. I was like, okay, they obviously went back to the old artwork when they redid her as well. Yes, Death Jesters. He's looks a little different. Solitaire in the corner there. And look, bum bum bum. When will we get these in the new Warhammer? I want an Exodite Dragon Knight. I was really hoping that they would do something like that. Oh no, never mind. Yeah. Anyway, Eldar Pirates. We're getting those. That's cool. Some old school heavy metal. Looking gorgeous. Oh, these blue faded backgrounds and the green bases. Oh lord. Nostalgia bomb. Oh my. Oh me oh my. Look at the old Guardians. Look at them. Look at that. And back when Ulthwé were black and yellow, and I'm sure that someone like on the heavy metal team was just like, I am not painting yellow over black, change that. So then they turned into bone and yellow. Maybe that's not how it happened, I don't know. Oh wow, look at that. Recognise him. Jane looking little but lovely. Gonna have him soon. Yay! In big form. Oh wow, that looks familiar. Anyone recognise that? Oh yeah, that one as well. Gosh, piece of history. Oh, and there's another one. Oh. No, I shouldn't. It's very naughty. Yes, well, we won't do that anymore. We will stop commenting on the fact that some of these models look very familiar. Oh, speaking of which. Lovely. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. These old weird data sheets. Oh, look, this is what I was talking about. You get all this crazy stuff. God, no wonder I never played games in 2nd edition. Legs, arms, right arm, heads, all sorts of crazy mess of stuff. War gear cards, more pictures. Ooh, did I just skip a massive chunk? No, it doesn't really matter. Separate sections on all the different. This is where I got the word Dethedi when I did my crazy things. It's in there. Holosuit, Eldar, Dethedi, between colours. That's what it means. It's a real reference. I don't call them Dethedi Death Clowns for no reason. Stories, lovely stories. I read the one in the back with the thing. I don't know if I've read that one yet. Maiden Worlds. There's we've seen that already. I've never seen such a what do you call it? Literal depiction. That's cool. I think people were talking about this somewhere recently about what do those bits do anyway? The like veiny bits, the weather vane type bits on there. Well, apparently they contain all of the monofilament that is spun by the death spinner. So there you go. Now you know. Flame, old school flamer rules, more pictures, more beautiful things, more stuff, stories. I quite like this guy. There's another Warp Spider by John Blanche, looking awesome. And that's basically it. War gear cards, a few more pictures, characters, squads. Oh! Gotta show this one. Sorry. I will be done with this soon. We'll stop. But we need to have a look at that, don't we? Surely. Look at it in all its glory. Dinosaurs and elves. And Warwalkers and more Harlequins and more Morgan Ras. And that's cute. Little ideas for scenery there. If you're into it. Haven't you done? I think Baroth Cry of the Old Paint made something that looked like this, didn't he? Did you, Sal? If you're still around, tell me. I want to know. Karandras, Storm of Silence, all these people, and then old kits that you could buy bits. You could buy the bits separately. That's why they have codes. Goodness me, do you remember? Back in the day. All right, cool. Anyway. That's what codexes used to look like once upon a time. I hope that was at least vaguely interesting for someone. It was interesting for me. Alright, so let me see what the chat has said whilst I've been pawing through books. Nope, did not make something like that. Okay, I must be going. Oh, I'm sure I've seen like someone make something that looked like that. Holy Relic, yes. Starfish Man, yeah. Old Ones, Platform Guardian, Spider Eldar 7, yes it is. Cough Cough, Warp Spiders. Right, wings. Finally satisfied with the wings. Post an update once I finish messing with this skirt. As far as the avatar goes, though, blue fire avatar for me. Ah, that's cool. English, getting worse. Yes, blue fire sounds sick. And we did that one. And we did that. Sorry, I'm catching up with the. I don't want to miss anything in the chats. Coffee time indeed. Actually, I might go get myself some water. What time is it? Yeah, because we're coming into the last hour, so I think if it's okay with you, very cool to get a look back. And we bring up the familiarities and models either. Yes. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to do my little sneak away. I have a little thing, don't I? Just a audio mic head? No, I don't. Okay. Never mind. Oh, maybe I do. Hang on. Let's have a look. Desk. Yes, I do. Ready? Bonk. And then I have to do this. Dump. And we'll leave it like that, if that's okay with you guys. And I will see you in just a second. I just need to drink some water. So, bye. Back in the room, let's get rid of that BRB thing. Bonk. No? Don't you want to work for me? There we go. Cool. Alright. So, let's have a look. Obviously just drank from my paint. Oh no! Akaimi has drunk from the paint cup. Yes. Well, we've all been there. Try not to die. Harlequins are looking to be very strong in the new codex. Yeah, okay. I'm a bit sad to see the end of fusion bombs though. they used to really annoy my friend that I play with. So let's get that on my face, shall we? There we go. I did used to enjoy doing a little Harlequin fusion boat, but never mind. You can't have all the toys, can you? That's just not fair. Should we do a quick... What have we had since then? We've got to go there, so I'll give it a little bit more time. Let some people do some work. Work. Speaking of doing some work, red and orange does not taste good. No, I'd guess not. It's the tastiest paint. You know what? The black's pretty good. This black right here, actually, from Vallejo. Super strong. Yes, but all of the scale artist, whatever I can never get the branding right on that because they've done something good. Scale artist acrylic paints, is that just what it's called? Smooth acrylic paints or whatever they are. Anyway, those ones all smell absolutely delicious. As something that they put in the what's face, I guess, in the medium for the heavy bodied acrylics that just smells like dessert. It's insane. But don't eat your paints, guys. I mean, they're non-toxic theoretically, right? But can't be good for you. Don't do it on purpose anyway. That's the take home. Alright, back to edge highlighting for me. I'm partial to green. Which green though? Green's surely quite broad. There's one that's awful. There's one that tastes like why are we talking about this? Ridiculous. Anyway, there's one paint that like will stop me from licking my brush. It's so bad. One of the Vallejo colours, I think it is. Oh, you know what it is? Inks. It's inks. That's what it is. Inks are awful. There are no tasty inks. Don't eat your paints on purpose. But yeah, inks are all gross. Acrylic paints, some of them are okay. They are sure to contain well, acrylic paint is plastic, right? Acrylic is like a kind of plastic, so yeah. And everything contains microplastics, unfortunately, doesn't it? Anyway. Sorry, I'm just reading and entertaining myself now. Partial green, moot green isn't terrible if you want to eat paint that bad. Found that out from experience. I will stress, just because, you know, I don't know, a YouTube person's supposed to be going through my channel soon, actually, because of the monetization thing. I don't think they sit and watch every video. That'd be ridiculous. It's more certainly automated. But anyway, no one in this stream is condoning the eating of paints, whether they say non-toxic on them or not. But that said, yeah, I've never tried moot green. What else do we have? Gang ranks paints by taste. Yes, delicious paints. There's content. There's a content idea for one of the more kind of, what's the word? I don't know. Like the Squid Mars and the. I can see Miniac doing a video on the tastiest paint. Hasn't someone done that? I feel like someone might have even. I don't know. Not the metallic ones. Oh no, those are the ones you don't want to eat. Don't eat any paints, but they will inevitably get in your mouth if you lick your brushes. Yeah, no, I think it's got to be the like. I can't really see. I'm too small, but no, I should do that. We shouldn't, idiots. Any of these style paints from this company, Scale Color Artist series. Those are the best tasting ones. I think all of them are good. I think it's something about the medium that they use. They all smell delicious, and yeah, taste fine. And definitely all inks are gross. That is a fact. Bum, ba, bum. Psychic powers. What's gone on with them? They've all changed up a bit, haven't they? I saw some people sort of being a bit salty about how some of them had changed. I haven't done a side-by-side comparison. I've been following the leaks as best I can, but I haven't sat down and gone, hang on, what's changed? But I know that they are slightly toned down, was the impression I got generally from people. I think that's what they said on Goonhammer today as well. I mean, I can pull it up, can't I? The leaks will be somewhere. Delicious looking rack of paints. I must stress, we do not condone the eating of paints. Although they took down the leaks thing, didn't they? On What's-A-Face, so I don't know where you get the leaks now. They'll be on Reddit as well, but that's going to be a bit of a mare to scroll through. Yeah, I don't know if they had to. Yeah, anyway, if anyone, they're all tuned down, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if anyone knows of a place where the leaks are gathered that is still accessible, let me know. We can take a look at some of them if you like. Although, if anyone is like, no, I don't want it spoiled, and have missed leaks, then we can give it a miss. You decide, my friends, but everyone has a veto power not to look at them if they don't want to. That's fine. And anyway, I don't even know if there's anywhere where where you can actually get access to them now. But yes, that's the impression I got as well, Gil, is that they couldn't give us the full-on psychic powers that we had before because everything else is good enough now by itself. So if you try and boost it with psychic powers as well, it would have just taken it to silly levels. That's the impression I got, but I don't know. I'm making noises. Yeah, I feel you, lols, Mr. MD, or Mrs. MD, sorry. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person who can look at a stat line and go, oh, okay, it's, you know, this is good, this is bad. And sometimes, like, I can see, like, oh, this is better, you know. When some of the stuff has come out, I've been like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that definitely looks like that's an improvement, but not the broad pictures, and not a lot of stuff. I think it's only when something was so obviously bad before, like a lot of the aspect warriors and what have you, and then when I saw those data sheets, I was like, no, this is clearly better. No denying it. I need to find a nice brown that's got a reddish kind of quality that I can build up into edge highlights for the cloaks. That's what I'm doing right now. That'll be it. Yeah, that'll be it. Get some other colours in there. Boom. Yes, we did. We had. I mean, that was, and like if you had, you know, before this new codex, if you had a bad psychic phase, to me it just felt like that was like the turn, not done. Obviously, that's a silly thing, but to say, but it did feel like you were gonna struggle if your psychic phase didn't go off more or less without a hitch. So now that that's not the case and things can just be good all by themselves, that's nice, ain't it? Ain't that nice? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can work with this sort of a colour. Let's see, get it on there first. It'll make you less reliant on powers. Yeah, Dark Reapers should always hit on 3s. It's the law. Yeah, that was a disappointment. I saw that, and it's very out of character for Games Workshop to not overpower something that has just got a new mini. Like, I'm not a Games Workshop hater, but they definitely have some quite obvious like tactics that they employ. So I was very surprised when it seemed like basically the only aspect that got something like a nerf was the one that they were releasing, or one of the ones that they were releasing. but we'll see. Maybe it's been through playtesting, so hopefully it's in some way, everyone is missing something, and we'll work out how cool it is when we've got the codex. Strands of Fate and Luck of the Laughing God are very fun mechanics. Crazy, like Luck of the Laughing God, like the number of ways you can you can always guarantee yourself an extra one, right, by just rolling one dice, and then it'll definitely be a thing. But yeah, the chances of rolling doubles even on 3 dice is pretty low, so it seems like it'd be pretty easy to give yourself quite a lot of rerolls, which is cool. And then Strands of Fate, I love the mechanic on that. That is so fluffy, without being and good without being game breaking, I suspect, not having played any games with the new codex. So yeah, super looking forward to that. Turn 1 deep strike with falcons, yeah, all aspects, and Phoenix Lords Invuns, yep, Fire Dragon strength 9 AP minus 4d6 plus 2, yeah, insane, and reroll wounds with Exarch power. These are a few of my faves, yeah. The invulnerable saves, like, it reminds, kind of looking over the stuff that's come out, kind of reminded you what a silly spot so many of the characters and stuff were in. Like, these are literally like the Eldar equivalent of Primarchs. Maybe that's going too far, but lore-wise anyway, right? And yet this person doesn't even get an invulnerable save. What are we doing, Games Workshop? But now they do, so we can all be joyous. And I have some Artel. Well, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, we shan't delve into nasty real world things too much, but I have some Artel Fire Dragon equivalents on the way, but they seem to have gotten stuck, and now with the way things are, I don't know if they're going to get unstuck from the Russian postal system, so that'll be interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. One of the few 3-up invulnerable saves in the game. Yes. Well, that's what he should have. He's literally the founder of the whole Path of the Warrior, right? That's his dealio. He should be a bloody... I can't wait until they do new models of all the Phoenix Lords. That's going to be glorious. But yeah, he should be an absolute killer. I'd love to be able to play my Solitaire more as well. He's a very cool mini, a very cool concept, a very cool everything basically. But I don't know how has the Solitaire panned out in the new codex. I don't think I saw him. I must have. He must have come up, but I feel like I missed him. He will be an absolute beast. Well, there you go. That's nice to know. Maybe we can actually play him. I mean, I played him anyway. I think in friendly games he was fine, but it'd be nice if he felt like... I remember him whiffing quite a bit. Even with his insane blitz thing going on, it never quite felt like it really landed. For reasons that I wouldn't understand. To do with stat lines and stuff. And the meta, as people like to call it. The meta game. Yes, sir. Pure boss. What was the thing that Eldrad got? No one gets perils. We've covered that already of the warp. But he's got rerolls. That's right. He's gotten Is it rerolls? Someone remind me. I don't remember. He's gotten some kind of extra crazy Eldrad beauties. Sorry, I will always bring it back to Eldrad. That's my bad. Just because he's my main man. Lovely, lovely Eldrad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with all of the other Phoenix Lords as well, and I hope they do it relatively soon. I hope it's more like, because when they did Sisters of Battle, it was quite quick, wasn't it? The follow-up waves. They didn't leave them hanging for like another 2 years before they got anything more. Rerolls, yeah. I thought that's what it was. Because I would love to see what new versions of all those Phoenix Lords would look like. They're going to be glorious. Morgan Ra is so cool. I know he's like, everyone's joking about him being like a emo and all that kind of stuff, but come on, it's such a cool model. I quite like the little kind of bit of lore-y fluffiness that Jez Goodwin added in that article as well, where it was like he went to go back and try and save his craft world, so that's why he's all torn up. Yeah. Getting a little more definition on these guys now. Not really coming across in the camera because of the lighting situation and the fact that this is actually my iPhone, believe it or not. Over the top for these live streams. That's the one we got to use. But yeah, they're looking alright. Not 100% convinced this experiment was a total success. But we learned and they look fine. Perfect pose. He strikes. Who's he, sorry? This is the unfortunate chat lag thing. Oh yeah, Jane Zar definitely deserves to be on the table more, and I played her a few times when I first got the Banshees, and I was like, no, this is too annoying to play and for it not to be good. I'm not bringing her back, so now that she can go back, it's going to be phenomenal. You updated on why is it Baroth? I think it might be Baroth. Would it be Baroth? I don't know. Like, you know, the thing with Baroth, I don't really know his lore that well. I don't think. Do I know much of their lore? I think I know a fair bit of Phoenix lore, but I can't place Baroth. Like, what's he about? What's his deal? Where's he from? Yeah, I mean, the model itself is going to be glorious and phenomenal, of course. I'm really interested in Asman as well, actually, like what they do with him, because he's cool, don't get me wrong, and if you're into your old hammer and all that kind of stuff, then he's glorious. I mean, he's glorious anyway, but you know what I mean, like, but he is old, like he really shows his age. Fwag, all of them actually. I cannot pick one. I really cannot pick one that I'm not excited to like I'm most excited to see, because Karandras is going to be phenomenal. Who am I missing? Who have we not done yet? They're all going to be grand. Asman, obviously. First of Mad Lads, yeah. Crazy attached to my old resin one, though. Been through the wars with him. Be hard to replace, yeah. That's the thing, when new minis come out and they replace your old ones. I'm looking at my old Guardians now and I'm like, you're nice, but they're nicer ones now. I'm not so attached to them. Be nice to see a new Phoenix Lord as well, although I'm afraid, I don't know how other people feel about this, but I am one of those people who's like, I don't want new stuff until you fix the old stuff. Get it done first. You can't have your pudding till you've eaten your dinner. I mean, really, any new plastic elf is exciting, but it's kind of like if they bring out a Shining Spears Phoenix Lord before they've even touched other resin kits and stuff, it would be a bit, I don't know. It'd be nice to get all of our ducks done first and then do that kind of stuff, I feel. Is my humble opinion on the subject. Who do we get first? A Warp Spider, Phoenix Lord, or Drastan? Warp Spider, I reckon. I don't think that they're interested in giving the Shining Spheres a Phoenix Lord, actually. I don't know why. It's just something about I feel like they are like right at the bottom of the list. Completely unfounded, but he says painting Shroud Runners. What did I say? This is that lag thing again. What did I say? I don't know. Oh yeah. New models. Yeah, that's true. These are new models, aren't they? That's funny. It's still my feelings. Like I'm not gonna not get the new models, am I? That would be madness. But I do feel like, I don't know. Would it be so hard? They act like it's this massive deal, and it is a massive deal. They're a big company and they've got lots of things to get right and all that kind of stuff, so I'm sure I'm being unkind, but like, just get them out. You must have done the designs, you must have done it all together. When they do these like big refreshers, I don't believe that they sit there and go, all right, well, let's redesign 3 kits and then put the whole project aside for 6 months and then come back to it and redesign another 3 kits. Like, come on, do they do that? I don't imagine they do. I imagine they sit there and they go, we're doing the Eldar range, okay, and they do the Eldar range, but then they drip feed the results of that work. And there will be manufacturing reasons to do that. Of course, there'll be marketing reasons to do that, and so I know that it's nothing's going to change on that front. But if you've done them, just give them to us. Although my wallet would really die then. Maybe I'm playing with fire. Maybe I should shut up. That would be the end of my financial security forever if they just released every single Eldar model in one big batch. Yes. Takes them at least 2 years' time from idea to finished product. In COVID, the real reason that Jez Goodwin feeds on Eldari fans' pain. They want to give our worlds a bit of a rest, so we spend more in total. At least it is what I would do if I was at the marketing. Yeah. Yep. I think they are all true. And I believe the 2-year thing, that's the reason why I don't think that I think all of the Eldar designs are done. Right? And I wouldn't be surprised if, the heavy metal team has painted up all of everything that they're redoing for Eldar and all the rest of it, and it is literally just waiting now for the right marketing situation and the right other things to come out and what have you, because they also like to time it with the release of new books and all that kind of jazz as well, don't they? So but yeah, I know it's not going to change, but it would be nice to get all of the beautiful Phoenix Lords and all of the beautiful Aspect Warriors in plastic, please. Alright, well, I hope this is looking okay, because I'm not really concentrating on what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. You can look too. Yeah, they're getting definition. God, they look so different on camera. It's very weird. Anyway, that'll help me see them a little bit if I do some metallics. Let's do that. Bum, bum, bum. And if it's metallics, well, I'll tell you what, I'll just do it here. I would normally do it on a disposable paper palette because it's a little easier and a little less work to clean it up. But my paper palette is currently sitting under the Chaos Space Marines, or the Chosen, or whatever they're called, that I painted, that I put together earlier today in the other room. Because I didn't want to huff glue fumes as they dry. Okay, I fancy a little bit of bronze, although in retrospect, well, it'll be shiny, it should stand out. Maybe we'll start with bronze and we'll build up to a really extreme highlight on all their little Rooney gubbins. Ooh, that paint's very... Come on, Rooney gubbins. Give me some definition. Give me that definition that I desire. Cool. Be careful what you wish for. I think we will will the price increase into existence by all the times we dramatically exclaimed I'd pay anything for new aspect warriors. Yes. That's a weird one, isn't it? All that business about inflation driving prices up. Lots of people. Anyway. I actually think it's a little more genuine in Games Workshop's case than it is with some companies, but let's not get into that kind of territory. Is it sort of, yeah, that's a kind of a, there's a Slaanesh vibe going on with that, isn't there? A great psychic scream erupted across the universe, and the prices increased. Dun dun dun. Am I doing this? Yes, I'm doing this. What else can we be blamed for? Because I know there's lots of people in the 40k community that likes to blame Eldar for everything because the one fuck up with birthing a chaos god. Sorry guys. We can't be responsible for COVID, can we? I don't think that's Eldar's fault. That's got to be all in no. Maybe Isha said something mean to Nurgle in the garden, so he threw a tantrum and gave us COVID. I've got good apologetics for that though, for the Slaanesh thing, because it's not Craftworld Eldar, is it, who birthed Slaanesh? Craftworld Eldar are explicitly the people who were trying to stop the birth of Slaanesh, and when they realised they couldn't, they built Craftworlds to get away from the thing. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. It's not that they birthed Slaanesh and they were like, oh, we better build some giant boats to go sailing around the galaxy now. Right? So the next time someone at a game tries to claim that your army is responsible for Slaanesh, you correct them and you tell them, no, we are the elves that tried to stop it. Now we may not have succeeded, but that's not nearly as much of a sin as actually birthing it yourself. What other shiny gubbins may these boys have? I can't see any more on you for now. Let's catch up with the chat quickly. Primaris is our fault. Oh, it is? How did that... Oh, is it? How is Primaris our fault? I know that Gilliman coming back is our fault. Or Guilliman, however you say that guy's name. Girly man. But Primaris our fault? So some players are so toxic that sometimes I just need to take a break from Reddit. Yeah, well, yeah. Not here. Everyone is happy and smiley here and not involving any sorts of genuinely negative feelings, because that's a waste of everyone's time. It's a hobby. So that's where the player's toxic. Yeah, either they left early or only did a little of the debauchery. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, and come on, you know, a little bit of debauchery, that's all right. Drukhari, yes, exactly, yeah. If you want to blame anyone, blame the Drukhari. They are the contemporary representatives of the idiots that birthed Slaanesh, anyway. I'll be toxic now. I always feel a little bit weird when Drukhari are included in, like, Eldari things. I'm always like, go away. No, you're not the right kind of elf. Go away. We'll have the Harlequins. We'll take the Inari. You're all right. And of course, Craftworld and Exodites if they show up ever any time. Drukhari, no. You go to your own corner of the internet. Very childish. Very childish. And obviously not sincerely meant. Yeah, so us bringing Girly Man back is the cause of the Primaris. Is that how it works? I thought what's her face, Cole is his name. I thought he was making Primaris before Gearman came back, and then Gearman was like, yeah, this is a good idea. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. I did see the little surprise guest. I will get back. I mean, obviously, again, take a look whenever you want, everyone. But I'll pull up here the WIPs in a little bit. Lore-wise, Cole needed Girly Man's gene seed fresh to finish up the Primaris. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I think I'll buy that. Only for him to be implanted with a psychic command to betray the Imperium. What? Is this one of those deep lore things that I'm unaware of because I don't follow every new book that comes out? I didn't know that. Is that a real thing? Who did that? Is that what Ivrain was doing to him? Cole brings them out of hibernation to fulfill his oath to Gilman 10,000 years ago after his resurrection, unknown if he would have done it otherwise. Okay. Gilman instructed Cole to do it, then immediately got chomped by Fulgrim. So Cole has just been powering ahead for 10k years if we hadn't brought him back to life. Gotcha. Hello, Dargo. I wasn't expecting to see you here. I don't know if I know you from What's-Her-Face, right? From Marco Frassoni. Do I know you from other places? Nice for you to join us, old buddy, old pal. Ah, your headcanon. Okay. What are we up to? Cole would just carry on abducting children to make Primaris until the heat death of the universe. Because Imperium of Man is gonna Imperium of Man. Am I right, elves? Pure, unadulterated silliness. Yep. It's all about the Frassoni. I think Marco Frassoni is my favourite YouTube painter. That man knows everything. He knows everything. And I am all for the channels that are more kind of light, you know, and more kind of entertainment based, but it's really cool to have a channel where this guy clearly knows what he is doing and has been around paints for a while and is completely open and with sharing his knowledge. I'm pretty good at presenting it too. We love us some Marco Frisoni. Yeah, we've been on a while, mate. What time do we start? 8 o'clock, and it is 10:30, so 2.5 hours. And chances are, when it gets to about 11 o'clock, we'll wind things up, because otherwise I'll end up falling asleep at my desk. Oh, no, yes, maybe. Oh, no, yes, maybe. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not at peak painting performance anymore, that's for sure. Not that I ever am on stream. That's okay too. But we're blocking stuff in, getting stuff done. That's the important thing. We've got so many windows open and all of them like have different flashy bits and stuff. Keep on going like, oh, was that a message? Was that something? Okay. No worries? No worries. About missing, sorry, I'm referring to Dargo's comment there about missing the beginning. We're just here to chill and have fun and work on slaying the grey. Or hanging out. Bum bumpy diddly. But yes, it's definitely getting to that stage where the hand-eye coordination is filtering a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm being overly dramatic, but I feel like you get to that point, don't you? Where you're like, that paintbrush is not going in the direction I thought it was going to. I swear these guys had more gubbins hanging off of them, but underpainting. Oh, should we do that? Is that alright if we do that? Will people be upset if I bring on a non-elf? I'm gonna do it. Hang on. I'm a filthy exploiter of the Webway weekend live stream. So I've been doing some underpainting videos on the YouTubes, just seeing how you can build colours with other colours and make zenithal and light sketches more interesting, get more depth, get more flavour into your minis. Latest one is going to be green, so it's BL tan, that's why we're looking at it. It's definitely elf related. I'll keep it short. You can boo me all you like, I'll be 2 seconds. Some of them for this latest experiment turned out okay. This is the shiny, he's got a little bit gold on him, he looks fine. This is fine, it's nothing like exciting or whatever, but a lot of it is trash. And I can't find a decent warm ink, warm green ink that is transparent. They're all semi-transparent, and you can do stuff with underpainting with semi-transparent, but it's not really the thrust of what I've been looking at so far. So yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I might, the next video, okay, there you go, that's it, we're done. It's not done. It's not, I mean, sorry, it is done. It's not done. It's not Space Marines anymore. So the next video might be these guys, okay? I might throw this up on Monday on how I did these guys. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious by looking at them, but there were some interesting kind of discoveries along the way and what have you. And we'll get back to the underpainting series. I was going to do like just a week off to do the autark and then get back to the underpainting series, but we might do 2 weeks off because can't quite get the warm green to behave in an interesting way. And I mean, I don't mind putting failures up on YouTube. It's the whole purpose of the underpainting series is to experiment and show some results of experiments, not to be like, this is how you paint black. So that's fine, but like 3 out of 5 of them looking like mud it's not a good look, is it? It's not what people like. I think people are interested in seeing results no matter what, but like all of them being a bit rubbish. Yeah, I don't know. Boop. Right, let me get back to, so yes, everyone moaning that I'm not doing elves. What have we become? Yes. Well, do we do a little sneak peek? So my idea for probably concurrently with the underpainting series, I might just do it in one video. Today when I pre-ordered 2 boxes of Guardians, and I only really need 1 for my personal collection. The reason I pre-ordered 2 is because I think I might do a how to paint every craft world video, just for fun, and just do all of the schemes. So that'll be very elfy, and then you won't be mad at me. But have a think, because I'll obviously do the main ones. So I'll do we'll do Ulthway, and we'll do Seimhan, and we'll do Bieltan, and we'll do Elatok, and we'll do Yandan. It's 5 of them, isn't it? Is it Ulthway, Seimhan, Bieltan, Elatok, and what did I not count? Anyway, yeah, I think there's 5 of them. But then I'll have 5 more models. So if I don't know if you've got any requests for one of the lesser, one of the minor craft worlds, let me know, because I've got 10 little Guardians on the way, and I fancy painting all of them different, just for fun. And I already warned my hobby buddy. I'm like, you might at some point have to play against Rainbow Guardians, because I'm going to have the models, and even if I painted them all different colours for videos, I'm probably still going to use them in an Ulthway army. So screw you. Yeah, Altansar has definitely got to be in there, hasn't it? That's the one that's that kind of like really interesting red colour, right? I think, if I remember correctly. And there's the ones that brought back the what's her face on Mymera, Imlock, orange and grey. Yeah, they look very cool. Yeah, Imlock, it's got to be in there. And what Mymera are they the purplish ones? Is that right? I'm trying to remember. I can't off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up before I do it, obviously. I don't know if 10's going to be too much. Maybe I'll do like the 5 major craft worlds and then do the minor ones after. Or maybe I'll just do 1 video per and just make them really short videos. That's fine too. Ain't no reason why every video is going to be 10 minutes, YouTube. I don't know what that's about. I don't know when that started. Someone had told me that it was because monetization doesn't kick in until the 10-minute mark, but that's actually not true, I discovered. So that isn't why people are making 10-minute videos. Why is everyone making 10-minute videos? I don't know. Dark magenta, yeah, for Altansar, that's right. I think I might already know how I'm going to do that one. I think that might be using some of that underpainting discovery I did in the red video. If you watch that one, there's one that's got a kind of magenta hue to it that might be the basis for the Altansar. Blue and green, that sounds about right. Yeah, matriarchal. Last craft world because they were so far from everyone but orcs. Yeah, that'll slow you down. Isn't Mymera also the ones that helped the rebirth of the whatchamacallums, the things that I still haven't finished painting officially? Shadow Spectres. They brought back the Shadow Spectre Phoenix Lord. Was that them? I feel like it was them. Or maybe they just had a lot of Shadow Spectres because they were far away and they maintained the culture. There's definitely a link. Well, I say definitely. I think there's a link between my mirror and the Shadow Spectres. Painting stuff. Oh my lord, I've just seen, well, frankly, you can say what you like to me about non-Eldari stuff. I'd be surprised if that even makes it past one of the Discord. Well, all I'm saying is, brace yourselves if you go back into the Discord server, because something has been posted that might make your little elven heart sink. It's a very cool model though. It's a very cool model. I wish Space Marines weren't awful, because they are fun to paint. Shadow Spectres came from that Shadows of Mimera campaign book in 7th. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, because he was basically like stuck under rubble, right? I'm pretty sure that was the thing with the Shadow Spectre Phoenix Lord. As it was just like, he had a big fight with someone, I can't remember who, got stuck under some rubble, and because it's, you know, just basically spirits in a suit of armor, the armor just kind of sat under the rubble until it was rediscovered. Are you absolutely horrificing to what's in the Discord channel, or the thought of being stuck under rubble for 10,000 years? Because both are pretty horrific. Hey. He was caught in traffic. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Traffic made entirely of orcs. Edge highlighting like it's going out of style. Should we do it? It is 20 to 11. Okay, good to know. Yes, I'm seeing 6 new messages in the Discord, so we shall do it. Let's do a little switcheroo. Where's my web screen share? Switchies. This is new as well. We didn't do this yet, right? Yeah, so we did this set of wings, was the last one. More wings, more beautiful, glorious wings. Oh, I didn't even notice the little feathers coming out the top of the head at first as well. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, is that us in the background as well? Sorry, getting distracted. Oh, nice. Look at these. Oh, they're Drukhari as well, though. Drukhari, are they really elves? I don't know. They look gorgeous, man. Well done. This gradient on the masks looks fab. I'm really jealous of these heads. I wish regular Craftworld elves had some units with heads like these. I mean, I know you could just buy them and stick them on, but yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, she is. Oh, getting blue. Nice, like it. Little blue, whatchamacallits, braid. Lovely. Chainsaw! There she is. Is that the same red, I'm guessing? Yeah. But what a lovely model that is. Oh, there we go. Yes. And progress being made. I still don't understand how you don't paint these on their bases, but there you go. Some kind of magic. Nice. Yeah. Looking good. No, we like building in the masks and stuff, the helmets. Love it. Am I even going to click on that? Keep on scrolling. Yeah. Oh no, I hope they're not having a tiff. Chainsaw doesn't look very happy with the autarch there. Yeah. Lovely. Is that green? Oh, there you go. There's the moot green that doesn't taste good. Now we know what it even looks like. Look at that, Mr. Metal getting coloured in. Is this a custom craft world, I wonder, or am I not seeing a regular craft world? But yeah, gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Aren't we lucky to paint elves and be able to be so colourful and wonderful, and not everyone is grey or whatever like you get with some of them. Not that there's anything wrong with the other races, it's fine, but it's just nice with, I mean, I'm saying this painting Ulfway like a bloody idiot, but you've got options with the elves anyway. But yeah, everyone looking gorgeous, people. It's genuinely really nice to see everyone's hard work and beautiful minis. And if people want specific feedback, or they want ideas or whatever, that's what we're here for as well. To share, to have good times. Oh my, just got a big old blast of stuff. We'll do one more, because we're heading towards last orders. Ding ding ding. So I'm seeing some more stuff coming in. I'll jump over and do the final roundup in a little bit. Tomorrow is a very exciting day for me, because I'm getting a car. I'm going to go pick up a car tomorrow. That's cool. Never owned a car before. Very ambiguous about the whole notion of car ownership, but I bit the bullet and I did it. And well, whatever we can say about car ownership generally, it is going to be very nice to have the freedom to bod about a little bit. And I think the first trip I might make in my new car is going to be to my local gaming store to pick up some of those speed paints, which I didn't even realise were out already. The small box is out. I thought it wasn't out till March. That's the Army Painter speed paints that everyone and their mum has been doing review videos of recently. Can you give you a lift? Well, the thing is, Science Pie, you've already told me where you live. And as much as I want to be, helpful with my new vehicular powers, that might be a bit of a detour to drive from Epsom, which is southeast London, to my local gaming store in South London, to Scotland, and then to wherever you're going. I'm not sure it quite works out in the, but you know what, I'll check on Google Maps. I'll see if it doesn't add more than 6 hours to the journey, I'll consider it. How's that? Gilbrago, lovely work, old paint, I bought them. The Autark is mostly going to be a test model scheme for me, I admit. She may get stripped later if I'm unhappy with how she turns out. Well, yeah, I think people should feel more free to strip minis when they're working out. I think sometimes I've felt that before anyway, certainly. It's like, oh, but I've painted it now, even if I'm not really happy. These guys I would consider stripping, to be honest, because the look is not 100% what I was going for, but I'm persevering. I mean, in part because I'm trying to be a good boy and release a video every week on the channel, and in part because I do want to sort of see what it looks like when it's all done before I make any final decisions. But yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to strip her. She's looking good. I'll have another look in a sec, but I think the scheme looks pretty cool. But if it's not what you envisaged, why the heck not? That's why we have things like isopropyl alcohol and the likes. Dettol is the other one everyone uses. I do have Discord, Dargo, believe it or not. Hang on, it has exactly one member, which is me. Let's see. I don't know what Discord is all about. That's another one of those things where it was like, you should, if you have a YouTube channel, you should have a Discord. And okay, if you say so. So I had to poke about and I made it. There you go. Now you can all be members of my Discord server, where I'm sure lots of wonderful things will happen. One day. I don't know how I feel about it feels, I enjoy making content on YouTube. I enjoy hanging out with these people. Obviously, if YouTube wants to monetize me, I'm not going to turn it down. If people want to help out with like covering the costs of making the videos, literally just like the models and stuff, that's cool. That would be nice. But like, it seems, I don't know, I don't want it not to be fun. So I don't want to think about like getting like hit like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. It's not, and like getting people to join the Discord server and all that kind of stuff. I don't have a use for that Discord server yet. I haven't worked out what I would use it for, so I haven't told people that it exists. That's my situation. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Jose LA's totally awesome myself. Oh, hang on, I'm missing. There's a cheers. I missed a bunch of stuff. That's what I tried. The small shrines. Yeah, good idea. Testing out your paint schemes on little minis that you don't care as much about. That's no joke, Greg. Right, you're in London. Can give me a lift. Yes, I can give you a lift. Although, aren't you in North London, Mr. Baharoth Cry of the Old Paint? I believe that I've heard you speak of South London as if it was some distant and mysterious land in the past. It is not. It is lovely. But yes, I'm in London. I'm in SE26. And on the Orange Line, on the Overground. So not it's pretty easy for me to actually get north of the river if I need to. I was going to say even easier now, but actually having a car does not make it easier to get about London. If anything, it makes it worse. I did not buy a car to travel in London, that's for sure. What am I looking at? Boom boom. Oh, it's definitely getting late. I think we need to, what time is it? Oh, it's 10 to, yeah. I think it's going to be time to wrap things up because I feel myself, I mean, I've been waffling all night, but I'm getting into extra waffle territory. And as I say, I've got to get up and go pick a car up tomorrow morning, so and drive it. Not that early though, that's not really the reason. Last call for Discord uploads. Yes. Thank you for being on the ball. Get them in now. Now, I tell you. Get them in now, or you will be sad that you didn't get to share your work. And wherever you're up to, let's have a look. It's just nice to share. And very motivating, right? I don't know. It's good to have company when you're trying, like, I love painting, but sometimes it's like, oh, I don't really want to paint that now, or whatever. But with a little bit of, like, what's the word? Anyway, a little bit of company I mean, these guys might have sat in my shelf for quite a while if I didn't A, want to consider them for a video, and B, have you guys to as company to plough through this part of the painting process, because as I say, I'm not 100% sure I'm into them. Didn't get any further, had a blast. Well, exactly. That's what it's all about. Community and good feelings. There we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What did I actually do? I need to take stock. So, what did I do? I'm going to bring my camera down because I won't put it on the Discord because it'd be a bit of a rigmarole for me to try and get a photo of them. There we go. Seeing behind the curtain a little there. So they started off looking like this, and now they still look like this. So, but there's a lot more definition in them. I think that's what I've done. You can see, like in the I've got no before photo to prove it, but in the coats and stuff, there's a little bit more definition around the edges of the bike. Still loads that I would want to consider for these. Although I find these bikes interesting because there's actually not that much on them, like the bikes themselves. I don't know. Places I could find more contrast, a little bit more definition, maybe do a little bit more with the undercarriage. I always get annoyed with that because it's, you can't see it when it's on the table anyway. Need to do something about this shiny silver thing. I tried painting this bone to try and give it a bit more definition. I'm not sure if I like it, the new weird whatever the heck that thing sticking out the back is. And we need to do a lot of work on the faces and the black bits of the armour. Nah, we've still got a while to go on these. But they're looking alright. I might have to, if I'm going to use these in a video on Monday, I'm going to have to do quite a bit of work on them tomorrow. Because it's nice to have proper reveal photos and not work in process at the end of the video, right? But yeah, there you go. That's what I did. Underpainting blue, I haven't done yet, so I'm not going to say anything definitively. But I think it depends what you're going for, but pinks and magentas have been, pinks, purple, magenta, that portion of the spectrum has been giving really interesting results with every colour so far. So maybe do a sprue test with that, as in like get a piece of sprue and paint that first and see what it looks like. But might also be interesting just to do do something like red is going to be really good for getting dark quickly because it's the opposite side of the spectrum, right? So do like a medium red and then do like a cyan zenithal highlight and then get a blue ink, a transparent one, and try like very gently going over the top of that. Anyway, sorry, that was a distraction from the elves. Bonk. Work pics. Nice. My WPX. Tons of likes, shares online when the finished model can. Yeah, the weirdness of algorithms and like what goes through and what doesn't go through and all the rest of it. All right, where did we get to? I think we had, this is the guy we finished on last time, right? We can do a quick, we do a quick speed run of where we were at the beginning of the night. This was where we were. Yes, we had this random bot insert. So if you're here today, hello. But otherwise, yes, very nice, like your wraiths, yeah. These gorgeous people from Science Pie, which we haven't worked on these guys, right? These guys are done. So, but we've got more of these now, haven't we? Yes, and Gil started out with his shrines looking nicely base coated, but nothing else. Lovely bit of kit bash in there, and here. I'm assuming we didn't touch this today, and that's fine. And lovely kit bashing here too. Gorgeous, you gorgeous people. And then we got here with these. So that's kind of the before for Science Pie stuff, right? And then it starts coming in. Lovely red lady. There's the guy we just saw a second ago. OG metal autark, it looks like. Apparently, so I've been told. To YPI. Anyway, and now we're getting some colours on those guys. I love these. I really like that blue. Is that a contrast paint blue? I don't know who's done this. Sorry, I'm being very all over the place. Sorry. But yeah, gorgeous. Some nice work on the things. Oh god, I am getting tired now. Sorry, losing track of what I'm thinking about. Yeah, gorgeous wings on Akaime's autark conversion coming in. Look at these purple boys. Love that face. Love that face. That gradient, gorgeous. And got a little bit Jane Zar action on the go as well. Schmexy. They're moving on, getting darker, looking a little Ulthway now. Contrast Thalasar blue and Vallejo white on those. The picture that shall not be clicked. That green is so boom. I think if you go in with I'm sorry, just talk about what I would do. I'd go in with like a really like bluish, very like whatever you want to do, glazes, inks, whatever, to work in some shadows on that. That would look beautiful. Love this. Love it. Gotta love you some pink and purple elves. Gorgeous, very nice. What has Mr. Baharoth given us? Ah, lovely. This like bony colour that you use on a lot of your stuff, Mr. Old Paint, is really, really interesting. The texture work on that is really, really cool. So yes, she's looking good. She's coming together. Oh, it's Jane Zar's foot. That's what it is. I was trying to work out what was going on there. It's Jane Zar in her very unusual shoes. It's very impractical, I've got to be honest. And there she is, the lady herself. Love it. Yes. Did she get darker? I feel like she's gotten darker. Her body was maybe I'm making things up. In my brains. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So we've gone over with a wash. Yes. I should have kept my damn mouth shut and waited for the after pictures. Look at this. Blue scorpions. Love it. This combo here. It's interesting, like how much contrast you can get within actually a relatively small color space. Because I'm not sure if this is a bronze or whatever, but in the photo, it's kind of close to white, but then you've got the white helmet as well, and yet. Oh yeah, there it is. That's a bit more clear there in the gold. Yeah, super clean, super beautiful. This is something that I'm getting more and more into, is pin lining. I didn't realize what a massive difference it makes. Like, you sort of do it with certain wash techniques and stuff, but I'd never like taken the time to pin line around stuff until recently, as like a conscious part of the painting process, and it's looking really good here. So that's something we can all endeavour to do more of. Oh, the shrine is building. Ah, nice. Yeah, I was wondering what you were going to do about the base on the base business, but yeah, very cool. Nice little bit of edge highlights on there, getting her looking sparkly and beautiful. And here she is again. Yeah, love it. Impractical footwear and all. Yeah. T. Yes. Now, hang on a second. Well, I'll just do it. I'll have a look here. Oh, there you go. That was this is on my Discord now. So thanks very much, Dargo, for being the very first person to post on my Discord. Wow, look at this stuff. Oh my, oh me, oh my. Well. But this is I'm assuming not stuff that you've done tonight. I hope not. But yeah, look at that. All right. We'll finish with some starry elves, I guess. That will be it. So, my wonderful friends, I'm going to move over. There's going to be music and stuff playing, so be ready with your volume because I'm not quite sure how loud the music will be. So I'll just leave it open so you can say your goodbyes and all the rest of it. But it's been an absolute blast again. Sorry if I've been a little bit sleepier today. That's the way it goes sometimes. But I'll speak to Mr. Science Pie. I think, we'll probably do it again. Hope so. Yeah, happy hobbying, happy painting. See you next time. Bye.